The latest images that you see on your television screen, multiple cameras that India today has on ground zero at the Silkyara tunnel to get you the latest on the rescue efforts. It's the final countdown. Camera 1 inside the tunnel. Camera 2, all the efforts and the rescue workers and families outside. Camera 3, the medical equipment that's been set up inside that tunnel as soon as the workers are brought out.
You know, this is really a mission that we've not seen in the recent past, at least through my years of journalism, Gaurav. This is the first time that I've seen 5 public sector agencies, all including the National Highways and Infrastructure Development Corporation Limited. We have the Oil and Natural Gas Corporation. We have the Satluj Jal Vidyut Nigam. We have the Tehri Hydro Development Corporation Limited and the Rail Vikas Nigam Limited. These are the 5 public sector agencies who are pressed into action, each being given individual responsibilities to carry on with rescue operations on their end. We also have Border Roads Organization, the BRO, as well as the Indian Army. So this is the first time that we are seeing public and private sector agencies. Private sectors, a few of the companies there, also the ones who actually built that tunnel, they were all in action in tandem and coordination with our government and public sector agencies to ensure synchronized efforts. We have not seen this kind of large-scale evacuation efforts in recent times in India.
Oh, absolutely. And we'll talk about this in greater detail over the course of the next 1 hour as we get to the latest on the efforts that are being made to bring our workers outside. 41 workers trapped for the past 17 days and counting. And you're looking at these images, last-minute efforts on to bring them out. We'll also get you a health update on these trapped workers. The information that we've been able to gather, they're all fine. They will be out anytime now. That camera 3 images of a medical unit that's been set up inside that tunnel. Medical tests for workers will be done here after they have been evacuated. Mattresses, oxygen cylinders, all inside the tunnel. Trapped workers' skin also at the tunnel site. This picture actually signifies the latest in the effort. The rescuers, they're extremely confident that pipe was set up and anytime now the workers will be out. I quickly want to cut across to India Today's Amit Bharadwaj joining us with the latest on this big story. Amit, we were told it's now the final countdown. Anytime the workers will be brought out. What more can you tell us? What's the latest?
Well, Gaurav, you know, the preparation that is happening on the ground is quite interesting. I'm standing at the mile 0 of the green corridor. This green corridor is going to be the most important part of the entire rescue operation after the physical extraction of the worker is over. NDRF, hands over those workers to the medical team. And right behind me is the queue of ambulances which have been, queued up till the hilltop. And remember, Gaurav, we were discussing the entire rescue operation for the past several days, and I told you that this particular road has been built up by the BRO for movement of the heavy machineries for the vertical drilling. And who knew that this particular road built by BRO will also be serving as the entire passage for the ambulances to get queued up. Now what we are given to understand that after the NDRF, completes that mission, all these 41 rescued workers will be put in these ambulances after initial medical examination. And right from here, from mile 0 of the green corridor, the journey to the hospital, the primary health center in Chinnali will begin. That would take 40 to 50 minutes to complete, and there a detailed medical examination will happen. But we will have to wait for those visuals. We have also broken the visuals of the ambulances which has been queued up inside the tunnel as well, how the beds have been kept, how the doctors are waiting for that moment when these workers will be taken out and thorough initial medical examination will be done. But Gaurav, these moments of waiting is actually really difficult for the family members who are standing right next to the ambulances. I'll request Deepak to zoom in the camera. All these people that you are seeing on the screen right now with their iCards on, bags on their shoulders, These are the family members of the 41 workers who have been trapped inside the Silkyara tunnel for the past 17 days. They have been called in. They are on standby as well, like our authorities, like the paramedics, like the doctors. And what is going to happen is that while these workers will be put inside these ambulances, the family members of the stranded workers who rescued workers rather will be accompanying them inside that ambulance, and they'll also go to the primary health center in Chinyali Sor. And Gaurav, I did speak to Lakhimpur Khiri's Manjeet's father, Mr. Chaudhary, and this story is something that has actually all through the days moved us. Every time we would meet him out here in Silkyara, he has his son's bag on his back, on his shoulder, and is holding another bag in his hand, which is his bag. And Chaudhary had already lost his son, elder son, and now Manjeet was even, trapped inside the tunnel. And first reaction, he says that he'll hug his son, and he says that Devi maa ne darwaze khol diye, pahar ne darwaze khol diye, mera beta bahar aayega, my son will come out. So these are very emotional moments which are unfolding at Silkyara tunnel right now. But I can surely tell you that 17 days these family members have been waiting, have been wanting to see their son, their fathers, their husband to step out. But today is the day
stay with us for a
when
moment.
they are finally
Amit,
waiting.
stay with us for a moment. Latest images from inside the tunnel, and we're just putting them out full frame for our viewers. Nabila and I are getting you these latest images on India Today. Nabila, images from inside the tunnel. Take it away.
We see the rescue teams there surrounding the pipe. That's the lifeline, if we could call it. That pipe is exactly the pipe where those rescue workers will be brought out through. So it's going to be a tough task. They've got to literally crawl their way through from one end to the other. So it's about 60 meters. We believe, and that pipe is going to be acting like a lifeline. Before those workers are going to be brought out, we see that rescue team members themselves, along with the doctor, will be climbing through that pipe, pushing themselves on the other side to meet with those rescue workers, have a chat with them, check their medical status, a quick health checkup, and then they will be loaded onto stretchers and then will be pulled out. It's a real Herculean task which the rescue teams are really making it look so easy for us. 17 days has been a real task with them working round the clock. Gaurav, we must appreciate our rescue teams have not had a minute's break. Even through the night on many days, we believe that they've been working on ground in batches. So this is all the credit going out to the rescue team members, 2,000 of them across 5 public sector and private sector agencies pressed in action. This is the first image coming in right here on India Today, where we show you those rescue team members surrounding that very lifeline, that pipe, which is going to be acting as the agent or the conduit for those trapped workers to be coming out in just no time from now.
The workers, God willing, will be out anytime now. That's what we are being told. Garlands have been taken inside this tunnel. The Chief Minister of Uttarakhand, Minister of State, Road Transport and Highways, General V.K. Singh, the Chief Minister of Uttarakhand, Pushkar Singh Dhami, Lieutenant General Harpal Singh, former Engineer-in-Chief of the Indian Army, someone who was roped in to take over and help with the rat mining part of this operation, because they'd studied this problem from every angle, Amit, and everything had been tried for 17 days. The auger machine drilling through multiple sites. Ultimately, they realized that rat mining perhaps would be the way forward to quickly bring our people out.
True, Gaurav. Nabila was just saying that many of the days around the clock rescue operation was conducted by these officials. But let's give credit to them as well. It's been every day, I believe, ever since the auger machine, American auger machine came to the place. We have seen a relentless work, round the clock work on the ground happening. You might say that the drilling is not going on because there's problem with the auger machine, there's problem with the pipeline. But even at that point in time, the rescue operation did not stop. These people were working round the clock to take care of every challenge that the Himalayas threw up while during this rescue rescue operation. And today is the day, result of that 17 days of effort which has gone into this entire rescue operation brings these visuals that ambulances are all lined up on the BRO's road. One more important part, Gaurav, as you were mentioning about the rat mining technique which was eventually used, we have to remember it's a man plus machine mission which has succeeded. Initially, the hopes were from the auger machine, but even this entire rescue operation, when it came to its final chapter, the rat mining technique workers went inside. They did the excavation, physical extraction of the debris, and it was pulled out through trolleys. But you're taking care of the debris through manually, but how are you pushing those pipes inside the tunnel? That's when the role of the auger machine comes in. The auger machine did fail in drilling through and getting a breakthrough, but the pushing of the pipes was still happening through the auger machine, and that chapter continued. So it's a victory of a united effort by several agencies, several experts, several brains that today we will see those 41 men stepping out of the Silkyara tunnel. And it's going to be emotional, very emotional moment for the families who are waiting here. As I was also mentioning about the Lakhimpur Kheri family of Manjeet, his mother is yet to speak to the father. Chaudhary does not have a cell phone, and he's believing that his wife must be watching TV, and from there she must have gotten the report about Manjeet's rescue as well. So these are very emotional moments for the families, but also for every person who was involved in the entire rescue operation. We have seen someone like Colonel Deepak Patil working around the clock, taking care of every challenge which was coming up on their way. So big day, Gaurav, and big efforts have been put in place.
Amit, if I could ask you, while the rescue operations continued right from the start, what was that one point? At what point did the rescue operators or those team members who were carrying out rescue missions believe that this was now a dead end, that they had reached a roadblock, and now they've got to take international expertise that needs to be brought in to aid in this operation? What was that one breaking point for those rescue teams?
Nabila, I think there were 3 points actually. But the government was planning to get all the foreign experts possible, because right from the beginning they had a realization. After first 2 days, they had a realization that this is going to be possibly the toughest rescue operation that the world has witnessed, and it happened so as well. 22 meters of pathway, 900 dia pipe was being pushed, and after that it was a complete roadblock. They didn't know what to work, and then eventually alternate plan was brought in that 800 dia pipeline will be pushed in to create that rescue tunnel through which eventually these workers will be coming out. And a couple of days back, you would remember, we were also having similar conversation as to when these people will step out. Everybody was hopeful, and then came the moment of the American auger machine failing down, breaking down inside the tunnel, and it was so bad that these rescue operators had to airlift plasma cutters, other equipments from different parts of the country. Experts were brought in, and the whole effort was
what's
being
happening
made,
right now?
to get rid of the auger.
What's happening right now? What's the effort that's being put in right now? Because we are looking at these victory signs. We were told that the effort is already on. Some workers have been brought out. What's happening right now?
Gaurav, you would realize the fact that the entire operation of this rescue through the tunnel is going to be a lengthy process. These are not normal people who were freely walking around for the past 17 days.